ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ jùmọ̀ kọ orin ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àwa ni ògo adúláwọ̀. Very good evening to everyone tonight. My name remains the same. I used to have a colleague of mine, Chris, that says if I change it, you will be the first to know. Ẹ kálẹ́, ẹ káàbọ̀ sí orí ètò ti àṣálẹ́ yìí níbi tí a tún máa fi ọ̀rọ̀ jómi tó ọ̀rọ̀ lórí ohun tó yẹ ká ṣe, àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ tó yẹ ká gbé, àwọn ohun tó lè tètè di mú àṣeyọrí bá wa nínú àwọn ohun tí à ń ṣe yìí. Àwọn ohun tó lè jẹ́ kí ọ̀nà lè tètè là fún wa lórí àwọn nǹkan tá a dáwọ́lé, àwọn nǹkan tó lè jẹ́ ká tètè rí ọ̀nà àbáyọ lórí àwọn nǹkan tá à ń ṣe. Ẹ káàbọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí orí ètò ti àṣálẹ́ yìí níbi tí a ó ti máa wòye. Wọ́n ní àgbà máa ń wòye ni, àgbà kì í yánu. Lálẹ́ yìí àní yánu, a máa wòye. Brother me, I really appreciate that, you know. I really appreciate that. Ọlọ́run ọ̀nà àánú ẹ̀ adẹ̀bà abamidìímú ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́lẹ̀ ní ayọ̀ àtàláfíà. Alájà Ìdáyàtù Múríàínà, are you in England? If you're in England, I think I owe you something. I owe you a t-shirt. So you need to probably get in touch with me to claim your free t-shirt. Why Alaja is having a t-shirt, I'm not going to tell anyone. But Alaja probably knows why she owed me a t-shirt now. Anyway, mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo yín tí pàápàá jùlọ ẹ̀yin tó yẹ kẹ́ máa gbáradì láti lọ sùn, láti lọ dùbúlẹ̀, láti lọ bọ́ sójú oorun. Ṣùgbọ́n tí ẹrù tèmi mọ́ ti yín, bó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pé mo wọ̀ ọ̀mùgọ̀ díẹ̀, mi ìró tí yín mọ́ tèmi púpọ̀. Kì í ṣe pé mi ìró tí yín náà mọ́, nítorí pé mo wo the bigger context. Àwọn kan wà níbí, àwọn kan wà níbí, àwọn kan wà lọ, àwọn kan wà níbí, àwọn kan wà níbí, àwọn kan wà níbí. Bí irú àwọn àǹtí mi ọlọ́bìn pé ibi táwọn wà, àwọn ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa ráyè díẹ̀ nírú da ẹni nítorí pé aago 5 rọ̀lẹ́ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rú lọ́dọ̀ tí wọ́n ní bí aago 6 dẹ̀ ló lù ní. So àwọn ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa ráyè ní nǹkan tó ṣe jẹ́ ká máa fi di gbogbo àsìkò yìí. Bóyá a máa arákùnrin mo rí ọ ẹ kú ètò, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ ìlú àmì o. Ọlọ́run á gbà fún gbogbo wa, Ọlọ́run á fún wa ṣe. Number 1, àwọn nǹkan tá a fẹ́ sọ lálẹ́ yìí, a fẹ́ dá wa ra lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lórí àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ tó yẹ ká gbé. Pàápàá jùlọ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní England. Ó máa farapẹ́ the same thing fún àwọn tó wà ní àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè ibòmí náà pàápàá. Ṣùgbọ́n pàápàá jùlọ àwa tá wà ní England ni a fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ẹ̀ ní àṣálẹ́ yìí. Nǹkan tí mo dẹ̀ máa bẹ̀ yín ni pé ètò talẹ́ yìí, if you know any Yoruba person, please, sa agbára yín bí wọ́n wo ètò alẹ́ yìí. Nítorí pé ó jẹ́ nǹkan tó máa tètè jẹ́ ká rọ́nà lọ. The Nigerian government has a very lobbying power. They can lobby. They can use what we have to lobby, what we all have to lobby so that they can remain in government. Bọ́ká tó lọ bẹ̀ yẹn, mo fẹ́ bá àwa ara wa sọ̀rọ̀ náà. Nǹkan tá à ń ṣe yìí, ṣé à ń ti àwọn èèyàn kúrò nínú Yorùbá nation ni àbí à ń jẹ́ kán yí èrò ọkàn padà láti lè darapọ̀ mọ́ Yorùbá nation. Gbogbo àwọn tó jókòó, all the people sitting on the fence right now, that they're not joining Yoruba nation. We can't force them. We can only convince them. And we can't bully them to it. Because it won't work. Because if you bully them, they will not tell the next person about it. They will not see the advantage. And láti jẹ́ kán rí ìdí tó pàtàkì. Tí wọ́n ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ darapọ̀ mọ́ Yorùbá nation. Háyì, àwọn ẹlòmíì ò gbàgbọ́ pé wọ́n ń pààyàn lóòótọ́ nílẹ̀ Oòduà. Àwọn ẹlòmíì rò pé báyìí Fúlàní ṣe ń pààyàn náà ni Yorùbá ń pààyàn. Wọ́n sọ níbi títí jọ́kọ̀ wọ́n sọ fún mi pé Dr. Aborode ṣe bí Yorùbá ló pa. Ṣùgbọ́n a jẹ́ kí wọ́n rí nǹkan ju nǹkan tí wọ́n rí nísìn lọ. A jẹ́ kí wọ́n rí bẹ́tà. Tí ẹ bá lè mọ nǹkan tẹ́ máa sọ fún wọn tó fi máa mọ̀ pé this is a better option, then we're not doing the job properly. It's not only Ogunbo lola o, Ogunmade lola o, Ogunmakowa lola o. Some people will never believe that because ombo ni àwọn míì ombo wọn ni dá wọn dé láíláí. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn kan wà ombo wọn máa dé àwọn dé ni. Àwọn tí ò ní dé àwọn dé yẹn, àwọn yẹn ni a need láti sọ nǹkan tó máa jẹ́ kí wọ́n tó máa prompt wọn láti change mind wọn. It's not by shouting at them. It's not by making them go crazy. It's not by forcing them. It's not by bullying them. But it's by trying to convince them. Try to convince them. Èèyàn kan nínú àwọn tájọ ń ṣe ètò yìí lára yín tájọ wà lórí ètò bóyá lálẹ́ àbí ńjọ́ mi. Thank you very much. You even have to do more. Damn it, you need to do more. You understand? Number one, àwọn tí wọ́n ti gbàgbọ́ pé kò ṣeé ṣe. Ẹni kan travel tó ń bẹ́ẹ̀ kò náà ń gbé ẹni kan travel lọ sáwọn ìlú yẹn. Àwọn tí wọ́n ti Moscow. Ẹ máa send àwọn information tẹ́yìn níyẹn, ẹ máa send it fún wọn every time. Ẹ má kì fún wọn, ẹ má bully wọn. Ẹ kàn máa send it fún wọn gentle reminder, gentle message. I hope everything is okay. Eléyìí Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó kàn wá o. That's what we need to do. Because you can't want to bully. If you want to bully somebody into it, you're wasting your time. They will tell you they're adults. They're adults. Why should you bully an adult to something? They have a reasoning faculty themselves, so they can reason. We need to try and use style to convince them. We need to push the information towards them more. And when I mean information, I mean real information, not sex up information or spice up information. Not that kind of information. That is what you need to do. But if you want to say, tẹ́ bá ti ṣe àmà bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí ní àbí gbogbo yín tẹ́ ṣe yín olórí burúkú ní gbogbo yín nah. Let me tell you what we need. We need the masses We also need the intellectuals. We need the stakeholders. We can't bully all the stakeholders. They don't give a toss. They don't give a monkey. They'll tell you they've seen it all before. And be careful with the current stakeholders as well. The stakeholders that are there now, be careful with them. Because what happened when Obasanjo became a president? There was an uprising like this. But what happened was that they give them the presidency. They said the North should not contest for election. So they gave them the presidency. And when they gave us this presidency in the South, what happened? Everything died down. Which is a shame. The other one is too loud, man. You understand? We need to find a way to bring them in. We need to change tactics. I'll tell you one thing that I think some people might say that is history, they might claim success, they might claim victory for it. But I think we could have done it a little bit better from the way we've been doing it. With the amount of crowd we have at Trafalgar Square during June 12 election rally, we could have started from where our people. We need our people as well. If you don't know, I was saying this. But I'm still gonna keep emphasizing it. People needs to be strategists to understand what I'm saying. If you're not a strategist, it's not gonna work for you. You're not gonna understand it. But if you're a strategist, you understand that you go to where your people are. First of all, you bring more of your people in. And when you bring more of your people in, you have more power. The more of Yoruba people that can come into this agitation, the more power we will have. I'm talking about real people. This Uncle, I'm going to delete your comment though. I don't want people to come and break my head though. You don't know I'm scared. Okay, thank you for the compliment anyway. So we need to bring more people in. And the strategy of bringing more people in is this. Every Yoruba person that come into this, there's so many of us here. If you know how many Yoruba people that are in England or in every part of the world, you'll be shocked. We're enough to swing the election of this country. We're enough to swing the election of this country. We're enough for the government to want to think twice about messing about with us. I'm going to give you a real scenario, a real example of what is going on. But before I get there, number one, every Yoruba person must. Yeah, I used to be a physics mathematics teacher, so that's probably why. Every Yoruba person must register to vote in this country. And with your voting card, we will be able to contact a party and said, this is what we want. And because they will look at statistics, they see how many of you, and they know if they mess about with you, they're going to get into trouble. Let me give you this scenario that I said I'm going to give you later on. Did you know the people that removed Coburn as the Labour leader? I want to hear the answer online. If anybody know why Coburn was removed as the Labour leader, let me see. Show me online. Show me. Tell me. I'm waiting for your response. If you know why Coburn was removed as Labour leader. Hmm. Thank you. The Jews, the Jewish community, anti-Semitic. Yeah, that is why it was removed. And do you know who put their foot down? The Jewish put their foot down themselves. I don't know whether I want to answer call now, but I can't ignore your call. Hello. Hello, sir. I'm on the show. It won't be, sir. I want to thought there's another one going on now, sir. Yoruba nation alienating or convincing people. So, Marie online. Thank you. You see, I can't ignore my families. As I was saying, when you now have the numbers, we lost the June 12th. Because if we have started from Peckham, we will harvest everybody on that route. We harvest all of them. Even though we have so many people in Trafalgar Square that day, we could have had more. And how? Some of us that say, these are my family. These are my people. I didn't see this before. Some people will put it on social media more. Yes, we put it on social media, the people that were at the venue. But the people that see us along the route, we put more of this on the social media. And we flooded more, better than how it was. Yes, it was good. June 12 was good. But how could we make it better? How could we get the best even out of it? How could we harvest more out of it? There's something I've been saying to a lot of people. Whatever you're doing currently, if you cannot do it better and apply it to future sin, you're a time waster. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So we all registered. Before I go there, remember sometimes ago, remember the British Prime Minister just before the election that went to the Festival of Light? Because they realized we're so many of us. What happened to the other ones? Did that mess up in the other ones, auntie? Uncle? So, and then again, another time we want to, yes, the British Prime Minister, the person that was contesting the election, visited the house Festival of Light. The reading function they normally do at the Excel. If you know why they did that, you'll be shocked. Because they know we have numbers. And they know with our numbers. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Okay. I didn't want that to happen to my hand, so that I don't want whip blow. So if you look at this properly, what happened to that prime minister at that time? Just before he won the election. Because more people key into it. And he used one phrase. A phrase that he used to cajole us. He prayed there and said, one day one of you will become the Prime Minister of England. And you say, amen. The guy actually he actually get the key for you that day. He's not actually praying for you to be prime minister, but he needed your vote. So, because they need our vote, I'm sure some people will not be happy with that, your comment too. Because they needed vote from us. They decide to use that. They hit the G spot for you guys. That day I shook my head and said, hey, God of mercy, this guy can lie. If one of you contest to be prime minister, he will vote against you. He was praying for you, but he will vote against you. So guys, we need to do this. We need to be more proactive. We need to be very, very strategically inclined to be able to do things properly. The voters list is very important. If you're in England, you must please register to vote. Please register to vote. It is very important. Vote, register first. When we finish the registering, we will use our voting card as a lobbying card. It will change from voter's card to be a lobbying card. The more we have, the better they will listen to us than listen to the lobby of the Buhari government. Did you know the Buhari people gave these people in America money during the election? Buhari government gave American candidates money for the election. Hillary Clinton, for example. Are you saying that's the only time they did that? All because they want to remain in power. If this party knows that we can influence the election, they will dance to our tune. But you know what? You guys don't even vote. And next election, I'll make sure that a lot of our people vote. Because I will hammer it home more. But the main important thing is that we can't keep driving people away from this agitation. I know so many people that said they don't want to agitate anymore. I know so many people that don't want to be part of this anymore because of our attitude. Yes, but the way I'm explaining it is it's not rocket science. They should be able to understand it. And the template was that after Peckham to wherever we're going, I even tell them we don't even have to go to Trafalgar Square. We can stop at Elephant Castle. What is at Trafalgar Square? What is that? Who in the government saw us that day? Can you tell me? Did David Cameron saw us? No. Did the Queen saw us? No. Did the Vice Chancellor saw us? No. Did the Chancellor see us? No. The Home Secretary see us? No. International Secretary? No. So what are we crying for? Trafalgar Square. What is there? Tourist Center. Before we go to Trafalgar Square or House of Parliament, we need to have enough people like NSAS. And then we don't have to go during the weekend. We go during the week. We go there on Wednesdays. So that when the Prime Minister finish, Prime Minister question time, we're blocking the road. Yeah, they're giving up because we're doing so many things wrongly. The reason I'm saying this is because some people are calling me and say, hey, Baba, how are you doing this nonsense? How are you doing this? In fight, when you want to speak the truth, when you want to spoil the things for the bad guys, some people are fighting you. I said, don't worry. Let them fight me. Akitonimi. Ara mi gbẹ̀gbìn gan. I don't care. But we just need to get it right. 100% right. Not just right, but 100% right. We need to do more things collectively. We need to put people that can reason properly in the front. So that when they tell you things, there's a reason for them to tell you that thing and say, look, let's do it this way because of X, Y, Z. Especially when they give you a reason. I don't know what to say. But you know what happened in Yoruba land? Everybody wants to be a leader. Everybody. And if every one of us is a leader, who are we going to lead? I don't mind people leading me. I don't mind. But they must have a better knowledge. This is why some people can do things in one way and some people can do it another way. Honesty is very, very important in whatever you're doing. Maybe I might even show this tonight. I didn't plan to show this tonight. Maybe I'm going to show you guys this tonight. 1 second, guys. One second, guys. The same thing David Cameron uses that he hits. Says who? The rally is for us. Let me tell you, we need the rally more. We need the rally more than them people. When we have, if anybody thinks the rally is for the leader in the United Kingdom, they're not getting it right. You need to have numbers. You need to have numbers before you can do rally for the leaders of the United Kingdom. That one doesn't matter to them. If you look at it properly, the amount of people that were there cannot influence any decision. I'm not sure if you joined at the beginning. I said everybody in England should equip themselves with a voting card in England. And then we will now be able to use this to influence the government. You can go to Trafalgar Square every day for the next 10 years. It doesn't matter. There's a man that will actually live in front of Parliament Square for about 3-4 years before HS2 started and HS1 started. Did it make any difference? No. He's a lone man. He's a lone ranger. It didn't make any difference. Maybe this is why this is why people that knows things needs to talk about it. Maybe this is their point too. We're doing it for the British government. Which British government? They're not seeing you. They don't see you. You don't have numbers. If you want numbers, you need to get numbers. When you hire 3, 4, 5 buses from Birmingham, 3, 4, 5 buses from Portsmouth, 3, 4, 5 buses from Brighton, and bring all these people to London, then that will be it. Well, how many of us? Did you see the answers one? God of mercy. God of mercy. And that one is not even as big as the poll tax protest. And we have these numbers, but we haven't harvested numbers. First of all, we need to harvest the number among ourselves so that we have more multitude. Mamiwa, for sure, we're educating ourselves. This is education. We need to find the thin boundary, the thin line. We need to reason more. We need to find the thin line between social media ranting and social media education. Because what I was saying to you guys tonight is every one of you, even if you have union, if you have group, and now go there and tell them all this there, what does it make? Does it get to you guys? No, it doesn't get to you. You understand? This is education. But if you don't want me to talk about it, I'll keep my mouth shut. No, I'm not saying we should all vote for them, for a particular party. We will go and say any government that wants to support our leaving Nigeria, our Yoruba nation independent, is the one we're going to vote for. Anyone that doesn't want to support that, then we don't have to vote for them. Because we want someone, the government that will do what we want. Government of the people, for the people, by the people. You understand? That is the point. It is not about saying things in the group. Do you know what they do in the group? They don't bring what they do in the group out there. If they bring what they do in the group out there, you will run. Thank you. Because what happened is this. You look for a party that will favor you. Any party that will not favor you, you don't want to be part of it. Any party that will dance to your tune. Any party that will execute your own project. Any party that will do what you want. That is why I use Coburn as an example. Jeremy Coburn, the ex-Labour leader. I use him as an example. I said, did any one of you know why he was removed as Labour leader? The Jewish community kicked him out. They kick him out. You know why they kick him out? Because of anti-Semitism. That's why they kick him out. No. We will use that power to now get what we want in Yoruba nation. If a government knows that you're going to kick them out if they don't support Yoruba nation, do you know what they will do? They will listen to you. Every one of you said something. When Buhari is coming here, this is what is going to happen. He's coming here to take. Yes, African First will say this. He's coming to speak to his masters, to strategize with his masters. Yes, they do that. Yes, they lobby that. Yes, they say things on dining table to themselves. And they will follow what they say on the dining table. But the problem is this. If they say something on the dining table and they agree to it, and we say something with our voting card, oh my world. The voting card decision is bigger than the dining table decision. And if they don't follow the voting card's decision, then they won't be in power. Their party will lose. Because if you look at what is the percentage that the election swing, they win by, how many numbers? 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. We're more than that. We can swing election. We can win election for them. We can lose election for them. This is why I'm trying to educate ourselves. But this is not something we should discuss within ourselves, the people, the media. No. It's not something that is for us. It's for everybody. You don't even want to know what happened in the media group anyway. There's a function on Thursday. There's an international press conference on Thursday. Some people in the media knows about it well before now. And some people only finding out in the last few days. Why? We para and rant in the media group. We're still good to one another. But we need to take this on board. You can either take the one you want and comment, or you can take the whole thing and digest it and try and reason with it. Don't take my word for it. Use your own thinking faculty and see whether what I'm saying makes sense or it doesn't make sense. Mommy Harolola might probably know this. Where she lives, right? The numbers of Nigerians where she lives can swing the election in that borough, in that local authority, in that town. It could be the MP for that area can lose because of the amount of Nigerians that is in that borough. If you kick 50 MP out for them, they will lose the election. And they don't want to do that. So they will negotiate, they will bargain with you. No. Followers can be ignorant. That is not a problem. Because they might not see the bigger picture. I hope you understand what I mean. They are allowed to be ignorant. The one that is bad to be ignorant are we the one that is talking, trying to educate, trying to pass on the knowledge, the information. The one that will be bad is because someone talk about something good and that person talk about that thing first before you, then you're not going to talk about it. That's what is bad. But if you are actually canvassing for everybody to make sure that they do their voting card, not only their voting card can influence the election. We're going to do this more often now. We're going to try and educate ourselves more often. I will probably call this one planning and strategy. Even the starting from Peckham is the planning and strategy. You understand? You guys know in America, you can influence the amount of people in that local area can influence the decision, the election, the electoral result of that area. Because if you look at a case study, maybe in London, maybe I've seen a local authority that the swing is about less than 200. One won the election because of 200. The other one has 200 more than him. 200. Can't we swing that? We can swing that. We can swing that easily. You see the Asians, they are in the system better than us. You know why? They vote. They use their voting card as a weapon, as a tool, bargaining tools. And they're doing well. But we don't do that. That person will say, that's my friend. I have to vote for my friend. We are not at the mercy, but we're forcing things. We're looking at everything. Let me explain this a little bit better. We're not at the mercy of anybody. We're at the mercy of ourselves. Our decision, the step we take now, determine what happens to us. All the steps we take. You can say, sanction Nigerian government. If you have a bargaining power. Remember, we're not talking about UK alone. We're talking about UK, American, Australia, France, Italy, Canada. All this area where we have a large population of Nigerians. Or Yoruba people, rather. Then when you have meetings, your MP will be glad to come to you. The more you start registering these things, the more they start seeing the statistics. The more they start getting worried that someone is awakening these guys. If you don't watch the program earlier on today, you need to go and watch that one. The program by Thank you, my sister Temilade. Exactly. Exactly. This is a strategy that we put on the table earlier on today. We look at it, we scrutinize it, we look at it. Numbers matters. We work on it, we test it theoretically, and we find out it can work. I'm telling you the truth. This will work. This will work easily. Especially, do you know why the Jews are winning against the Palestine? Because the Jews here are more united. But we're not united. We never unite. I'm telling you, I hope you see sense in what I'm saying. I hope you can reason the way I'm reasoning. I hope you can think deep. Thank you. Someone said that is what the Ghanaians and the Somalians, do you know here? Ohio. Sorry, I'm not American, so I don't have to pronounce things. True. The followers must not be ignorant as well. Because when you educate them to say everybody should, let me tell you one thing. Lots of black people don't vote in this country, in England. They don't vote. They're not even registered. And this is what happened back home as well. Yes, they can rig election in Nigeria. Yes, they do rig election. Yes, there's election malpractices. There's ballot fraud going on. But you get to a stage, the fraud is irrelevant. Especially when everybody that needs to vote votes. I think a lot of you guys are waking up now. Sister T, thank you very much. Because, let me tell you one thing. Maybe before some of you guys arrived, I said David Cameron went to Festival of Light sometimes ago. Why did he go there? Because he knows he needs our votes. People will go to work. And on election day, they will do overtime. People will sleep instead of going to vote. But we need to start waking ourselves up in this region as well, in this area, in this line. And because somebody spoke about something first, does not mean I'm not gonna ever speak about that thing. You understand? We need to work hard more on this. We've been playing hide and seek for too long. I would prefer them to have Yoruba electoral lobbying group. Yoruba electoral lobbying group. Yoruba lobbyist group. All they do is to lobby, nothing more. Lobby, influence decision. In England, if someone messed about and hear something, or maybe a retailer messed up, the English people, we gang up against that retailer, and the retailer will be forced back into action. Same in the US, most black people don't vote, or particularly in local election in their constituencies, you see. By the grace of God, we will have left Nigeria before the next UK election or the next American election, midterm elections. By the grace of God, we will have left. Because the pain is too much. The suffering is too much. The atrocity being committed back home is too much. To bear for another year or two is too much. The headache is too much. The pain is too much. The suffering of our people is too much. How many more people will they kill? In a month now, they kill about 300, 400, 500 people every month for free in Yoruba land. I am to educate as much as I can. KP, thank you. I'm here to educate people. I have a team of strategists that we deliberate together because all these are not my own wisdom only. I'm not that clever. You understand? This will bring his own idea, that will bring his own idea, and then we all come up together and say this is a better one. This might be a better one, this might be a better one. That might be a better one, this might be a good one. And we put it on the table, we analyze it, we talk about it, we defend it, we appraise it. And at the end of the day, we look at it and say, which one is the better idea? And we table it. And run away with it. Every time you do something without this power or spiritualism inside, it can backfire. Guest back with joy. Welcome back. I know you were on the other program that I finished about an hour ago or so. Every time when Ashwaju Ahmed Tinubu was chosen, they didn't do any spiritual work on him. They just chose him. In the past, all our leaders were chosen spiritually. Olusegun Ajasegun. Good evening, sir. Because I don't know. I don't know how we're doing things. So, okay, that has no relevancy to election. It has no relevancy. Economic status, they don't use that to do. You're even better off economically to vote than not to vote. Because if you vote, your name will be on the electoral list. Brother, welcome. Are you just joining us? Sagacity. Sagacity, are you just joining us? So, I don't see any reason why we couldn't run away with this proposal. I don't see any reason why we couldn't work with this and everything will be better for us. I don't see any reason why we could not cultivate this idea and achieve something better with it. In some area, maybe immigration status, maybe you might not vote because of your immigration status. What about all the people that have they regularize themselves? You understand? Yes. If you think it's going to affect you in one way, in a bad way, yes, maybe you might not vote. More than 80% of people have regularized themselves anyway. Or maybe 90%. The only people that are still struggling with their papers is about 10%. You see, if they are working against us to stop us from voting, and we're not working against them to make sure we vote, then that's our fault. Someone said you must not eat, and you have food. Two years is a long time. And even if we want to get there in 2 years, we have to start working now for it. For 2 years, if they kill 500 people every month or 1,000 people every month, in a year, look at how many figures is that. And it's just not a straight killing. It's exponential killings. So every month, the figure increase by a ratio of 1.7. So if they kill 1,000 this month, they plan to kill 1,700 next month. Because they're recruiting more devilish people. More devil are coming in town. If you think this is a good idea, maybe I might open a poll. No, we're talking about voting in England or voting in the Western world, where you are. Yeah, immigration status, maybe 20% of the people. 20% of Yoruba people might still be working on their thing. Well, I can put my foot down and said at least 80% of the people have done their thing right. And the 20% left, by the grace of God, God will help them and show them direction and show them ways. We need to realize how powerful our voting cards are. They are just so powerful. Especially when we put it together. You bring yours, I bring mine, everybody touch their own. We can even go to the House of Commons one day in England. Everybody, it's not election time. Take your voter's card there. I will not vote for you again. I will not vote for you again. I will not vote for you again. If you don't listen to me, government of the people, for the people, by the people. I'll go to, like Koiki did the other day that went to Downing Street. Mr. Prime Minister, do you know we have 48,000 people, 2 million, 3 million Yoruba people here that were planning not to vote for you in the next election, that are planning to swing your election? Even if the man does not want to listen to you before, you will go back home and say, these people are crazy. How did they know that? And this information is readily available. If he doesn't want to listen, they will joke with it. Do you know what that idiot is saying? One guy, this morning when I was living down the street, one guy came. I was just shouting, I will not vote for you again. I will not vote for you again. I don't know who gave this guy this idea that he thinks this. And you know what he said? His figure seems to be right, because I checked with the relevant bodies and they said to me his figure is correct. So if we lost 80,000 voters, then we're doomed. That's what the man is going to say. Did you hear that? Voting here in America has helped me a lot. You know, I was mimicking, I might not know how to do it properly. I was mimicking Prime Minister of England. Sagacity, you've just hit the nail on the head. Nonchalant attitude. Olusegun, I'm going to educate you a little bit tonight. I'm sorry to say this, you're my brother, and I love you with the love of God. We cannot stop election unless we do all the necessary things. Our action will stop the election, not our noise. Our action will stop the elections, not our noise making. Noise making does not influence the policy, action, strategy, influence, and change the course of things. You can make noise. Yes, it's good to make noise. Noise making for awareness. And then collectively we'll come together and do something. With your voter's card in your hand, you can move mountain. You can get a lot done. And not just a lot done. You can influence decision. You can influence the local authority decision. You can influence your MP decision. The last time in England they said, or in America as well, they said, write to your MP. How many people wrote to the MP? I don't think a lot of people wrote to the MP. I don't think so. Guys, I don't care about numbers. You should know I don't care about numbers. So if you like, let the number keep dropping. And then it rise again. Let it keep dropping. No, 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 no. We're talking about people should use their voting power in the country of residence in the diaspora to influence the country of their residents on how to treat Yoruba nation. That is what we're talking about, Uncle. That this is what we want to do. This is how we want to do it. If you don't support Yoruba nation and get us out of these stupid people, right, we will not vote for you again. And if you look at the data, maybe I might even search the data, yeah? No, I'm not going to do that so that people will not come and say, you show my address online. If I show data now, Prime Minister might say, you show my figures online. Back to the topic. Are you bringing people in or are you driving people out? We can use our influence that way. Especially if you have a reference to your voting number. Put your reference there for MP. For your, I don't know what they call it in America. Use the reference. And when you use the reference, you know what will happen? People will look at it and say, these people mean business. Oh. These people seriously mean business. And when we mean business, congressmen and senator. We can actually give them the code that this is what I have. I'm registered to vote, and if you don't treat me well, I'm not going to vote for you again. And I can tell you now, they will think twice. And not just think twice, they will seriously think twice. They will seriously think twice. At the moment, we're not serious. You said we need to get serious. Maybe some set are serious, some set are not serious. The set that are serious, there's too much infighting, there's not too much openness, there's no honesty in what we're doing. Nǹkan tí ó tó lẹ́ni tàbá gba Yorùbá nation á tó àṣẹkù. Look at United Arab Emirates. They don't have as much as us, but they live in a comfortable life. The greediness of our leaders is one of the reasons why 80% or 99% of us are suffering. Because if someone is taking $37,000 a month in salary and is not the god of Nigeria, it's just a senator. It can be done. We can achieve it. With you, with me, with everybody surrounding it, and pulling it to the top. It will happen. But the problem is, Heritage spoke about it first. Because Heritage spoke about it, I'm not going to talk about it. Guys, it's a fact. Facts must be, we have to say the facts. Okay, try it. Give them 2 weeks, give them 3 weeks, and see who's talk about it again. At least I watch other people's program. And if they talk about anything, I was saying Koiki was in Prime Minister's house the other day. Because I watched it. I saw it. If I didn't watch it, I wouldn't know it was there. Dara was on last week. Irelu was on a couple of days ago. Hamilton was on. I watch other people's program. I might not watch it live. I might not watch everything. International will not work. Thank you. The Jews everywhere in the world vote in bloc. That is why they were able to fight off any help for the Palestinians. Because any government, even in America, the American government knows they will lose. Okay, someone just correct what you said. That they don't vote in bloc. Yes, they might have Democrat, they might have Republican. But when it comes to things that affect their states, maybe they vote in bloc. Maybe they vote in bloc for that reason. Okay. They watch it, but will they talk about it? We see in the next few days. Sometimes we have to call a spade a spade. Air park. What is air park? What does air park mean? What is air park? Air park. I don't know the meaning. Okay, like in Deutschland, Aduke can decide to say we want to start a project in which Yoruba election lobbyist. Okay, it's Jewish organization in the US. See, I'm not American now, so that's why I don't know. The good thing about it is that we're all entitled to vote. We're all entitled to this voting card. Apart from maybe 20% of us. But everybody that's entitled to vote, if we follow these steps, simple steps, maybe if we know about this about 2-3 months ago, maybe we could have used it in England and wake the government up in the midterm election, in the local election. And then when they see how we change things, make sure we just shuffle the government. We shuffle everything. We might not be voting for a party because we don't want to be partisan, but we just shuffle. Okay, in Bromley North, we want to change the MP so that they know we have a power. Okay, British Yoruba Public Affairs Committee. That will be better than the other one they were doing the last time. Or come up with a strategy, if they adopt this strategy, maybe it might work for them. Instead of getting congressmen, honorable men, honorable so and so. Samson Atanda says our vote is our power. Ask him, did he vote in last time? In the last election they had about 2 months ago. Did he vote? He didn't vote. He was sleeping. Thank you, my boss. Daddy, long time no speak, sir. Ekaleza. Ekujometa, mumisi sir. I hope you are not just coming, sir. I hope you've been listening a little bit, Daddy. So, okay, do you see how many mayors? You know what? If they put a Yoruba person forward to be a mayor, some Yoruba will not vote for him. Crisscross. Voting should be where our interest is protected, not party or candidate, but interest. What we're discussing about, we discuss about Yoruba Nation alienating or convincing people to join the agitation. Are we pushing people away from the agitation, or are we bringing more people into the agitation with our action? Senator hen in a month, more than what the Prime Minister of UK hen in a year. I don't want to form anything. They can, one of the group they have already can adopt it. We don't need to form anything again. Let one of the group that is already established, let them adopt this and run away with it. It will be better. If you want to form anything now, we'll start collecting money from people and use it on the administration of the Egbe. Guys, the truth must be told, no matter how bitter it is. The truth must be. We won't form anything. Forming something is not good. Take one of them, anyone. Even the consular services, they can change it to that one. And run away with it. If they have thought of it properly before they start doing all this, they could have adopted this and said, this is what we want to do. You know what? A lot of people will key into it. A lot of people will buy into it. And they don't need our money to do it. Because they don't need to do anything. No. Multiple organizations they won't necessarily undercut it. They will still work together. Can I tell you one thing? That is the problem. That is what I said about the June 12 election. Let's do it this way. Yes, it was successful. June 12 was successful. We could have been more successful. Because now, what we're discussing now will just be a hot knife and butter. You just put the hot knife through the butter and it will go through it. Just truly. We have the capacity to do that. Greenwich, Lewisham, Suddock, Lambeth, Wandsworth, even Croydon now. Croydon. Well, you know what? You'll be shocked. How many Nigerians voted for this man in Streatham? Yeah, even though he messed up, he was running from one party to the other, looking for power. He wants to be the leader. Even if they want to form a station, I don't like all these forming things and forming things. Yeah, if they want to form it, they can form it. I won't be part of it. I am not for any organization. I'm for Yoruba Nation. I'm not doing any organization. I'm not doing it. I'm in support of anything they do as long as they're not doing anything self-interest. On Thursday, there's a program in Washington City, Washington, D.C., International Press Conference. Yoruba Nation International Press Conference, organized by Voice of Yoruba One Voice. Organized by Yoruba. And they spend a lot of money. They spend a lot of money to get the venue and get the presses to come. Fox News, CNN, CBN, CNB, BBC, Sky News, all these people coming. They spend a lot of money to bring all these people. Do you know when they were raising this money? No, they didn't raise the money. They pay with him themselves. You see, that is the administration of their egbe. So they're not taking money from the public for the administration of their egbe. They levy themselves and everybody put money on the table and they pay what they want to pay. And you know what? They pay a lot of money for this, I believe. If I'm right, they must have paid over 10, 20,000, 30,000 pounds to get that venue because I make inquiry about that venue. They didn't tell me anything. But I make inquiry about that venue. And that venue is about 10, 20, 30,000 pounds, 40,000 pounds, depending on the day and time. You pay more certain days, you pay less certain days. And it's even more now because everywhere has been locked up for so long. So coronavirus has just opened everywhere up. So everything is just going on now. And so many people, well, I don't know. Sister Miladi, that is very hard. That is very, very hard. Mommy, welcome. Will Oba says statistics shows that people from the southern part of present Nigeria are the most educated immigrant in the US, but with no voice power. With no voice power. What's wrong with us is that we all want to be leader. When they confine on Awolowo, the Ashiwaju of Yoruba land, he didn't want to take it. He didn't want it. But now people are applying for it. We're delaying. I'm going to have a program in the next few days. How leaders emerge in Yoruba land. How leaders emerge in Yoruba land. I don't even think Professor Banji Akintoye applied to be the leader. I don't think so. I don't think Baba Adebanjo applied to be the leader. They are antecedents. Baba Professor Banji Akintoye, one sorrow okay. And Baba Adebanjo, I stand firm. in front of problem to emerge as a Afenifere leader. And if you're one of the people that call Afenifere, you're making a lot of mistakes. Because you're making your decision on something that is baseless. I've seen so many people call them Afenifere, and I just laugh. One thing I don't know is this. Why does my Facebook keep dropping suddenly? And my YouTube keep dropping suddenly? Because I think someone was explaining to me is when they were reporting. Anybody that wants to report, they have a right to report. Yes, we're pushing a lot of people away with the way we're doing it. Because we're not doing it with love. There's no love within us. You can't have a voice if we're not involved. When you are involved, you have to be ready to serve, not being served. Too many of us wants to be leader and polarize the team for that no voice. True? True. True. We cannot bully anybody into the agitation. Sunday Bo spoke yesterday, and if you see how he spoke, this man is a professor. He's supposed to be conferred a doctor. He needs a doctorate degree for even his service to humanity. He needs to be given a doctorate degree, honorary doctorate. He chose his word very well in Yoruba language, which is very good. Also Yoruba. I can try and see if he wants to come. He's been here once time when Mama Irilu brought him. But are we facing the same direction? I'm not against him, though. I love him. Even though he said I'm Igbo. I'm still not angry. I'm happy to be Igbo. At least they are a little bit more united than us, probably. We don't hear their language, so we don't know what they're ranting at the background as well. Yeah, I'm not against him. He sees the bad thing that is happening to us and he's talking about it. Even though it was bought over, but it doesn't matter. Circumstances make him do that. Yeah, I think Adeyinka grandson is younger. Maybe that is why. I'm Igbo Yoruba. You know, when I was young, I used to call the Igbo people Igbo, Ibo. I didn't know they were Igbo. It was not quite long ago I know they are Igbo. I didn't know they are called Igbo. I was thinking Igbo, Ibo. Guys, stop this. Stop this. Let us stop this as a matter of urgency. Let us start bringing more people in to this agitation. Let us rely on our voting power. Let us create a voice for ourselves. If you're in any group, tell them about this. Maybe they can adopt it. That would be better than trying to create a new one. What do we need a fresh one for? Adopt this one. Run away with it. Run away with it completely. And we all support it. I mentioned earlier on the Prime Minister, one-time Prime Minister of England, David Cameron, visited the Indian temple and visited the Festival of Light, the Redeemed camp in London, just to pray, just before the election. And that night, it was a Friday night, and I think the election was on a Saturday. I can't remember, right? And he said in the venue, I pray that one day a black person, a Yoruba person, will be the Prime Minister of Britain. And everybody screamed, Amen. Ah, God of mercy. This guy has cajoled my people. For that reason, a lot of people turn out and vote for him. But it's a lie. If they want to take you, nominate you as the leader, he will vote against you. Okay, the rally on Saturday is on Saturday. And by the grace of God, nothing will stop it. By the way, if you're in England and you're going to Nigeria in the next few days, please and please and please and please and please and please and please try and contact me as a matter of urgency. If you're in England and you're going to Nigeria in the next few days, please and please and please and please and please, I'm begging you in the name of Almighty God. Àwọn alálẹ̀ Yorùbá wọ́n á gbé yín lẹ́yìn o, wọ́n á tì yín lẹ́yìn wọn ní tì yín lójú o. Ní gbogbo ọ̀nà, please contact me on that number. Just type Lagos. If you're in England and you're going to Nigeria in the next few days, please contact me by WhatsApp on this number. Yeah. I'm begging you guys, if you are in England and you're going to Lagos in the next few days, please contact me on this number. Please. I'm begging you in the name of God. The Lagos rally is going to go ahead. Nothing will stop it. Nothing can stop it. Nothing. And that night might be our Passover night. You never can tell. That night might be our Passover night. That night might even be our Passover night. It might be the day we cross the bridge. We don't care. I know Olorun Magbawa. No Amunison. Guys, on this note, I want to thank you for being part of this program today. I want to appreciate all of you. I want to seriously say a very big thank you all for being there for me, for being there for this program, for taking your time out to come and listen to my ranting and para, as some people will call it tonight. I want to thank you for being my guest, my friend, my family, in reality, my everything. In reality, my everything. But before I go, please, guys, if you're in England and you're going to Nigeria, you're going to Yoruba land, you're going to Oduduwa land in the next few days, please contact me on the number being displayed now. I need to speak to you about something. I need to speak to you as a matter of urgency. If you're traveling to Africa in the next few days, please contact me as a matter of urgency on this number being shown right now on the screen. I need to speak to you as a matter of urgency. Please indulge me, and you will never regret it. Did someone just send me a message about it? No, 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 no. So, guys, this is where I will be calling it a day. This is where I will be dropping my pen. You know, when we used to write when we were young, you write, I beg to put down my pen here. I want to use this opportunity to thank you all and to wish you another beautiful day ahead of you. For those of you who are in England, I want to thank you all. Please preach this gospel. Let's see how far we can push it. Preach this gospel. Let's see how far we can push it. And let's see. The Asian have voice in the US, they form together as a community and they do business together as well as have community meetings for their people welfare in the US. Yeah. Maybe that is what the Yoruba consulate want to do. Maybe that might even be a good idea for them if they can run away with that. But I don't think those people who are appointing honorable first. They just carry on do the job and let honorable emerge, or Ashwaju emerge within them. Well, by the time you start looking for leaders first, you starting something, you go and appoint a leader. Then you're not a leader yourself, because you should know that when you're starting something, when you appoint the leader, good people will come later on, and you put some shit people in position, and you can't sack them. Does that make sense? Bishop, am I right? You've run churches so many times. If you go and put people in your organization to put people in places of power first, then better people will come later on and they will be obsolete because they can't use them because they put some people there already. And that always causes trouble. On this note, I beg to drop my pen. I beg to drop my pen. I'm sure Rotimi used this one a lot when he was trying to woo those people before Madam hook his neck. Guys, Lagos rally, Lagos rally, Lagos rally. Inform your family to be prepared. Gbogbo ẹni tó bá ní anything, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ gbé síta, ẹ lò ó, ẹ gbáradì dáadáa. Mo bẹ̀ yín ni. And again, this is another problem that we have. You're watching a show that is teaching you lot of common sense, and we're about 92 online, which has actually just dropped to 92. It was about 100 and something before, and then suddenly it's only 52 people like it. Anyway, thank you very much for not liking it. If you like it, like it. If you don't like it, please give me a thumbs down and let us go. I love you all, and I'll see you very, very soon. And until then, mo fi ń sí ọwọ́ àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ Oòduà tó máa dáàbò bò yín, ọba tó láyé àti ọ̀run á dì yín mú, ojú òní tì yín, ẹ ṣe débi èrè. A ní fi ń ṣàwátì ní agbára Ọlọ́run ọba aláyé, ọba tó dá ayé àti ọ̀run, ọba tó ní ayé àti ọ̀run, á bá mi dúró ti gbogbo yín. Ẹni dààmú, ẹni bọ́ sínú wàhálà, ẹni bọ́ sínú ìjọ̀gbọ̀n, ẹni bọ́ sínú ìṣòro. Ogun ọ̀run náà láńlá ẹ̀, á bá mi gbàdúrà fún yín. Ẹ ṣàṣeyè. God bless you all. Good night. Bye bye. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa, ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ jùmọ̀ kọ orin ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Àwa ni Ògo Adúláwọ̀.
ìṣọ̀kan.